Good evening. Good evening, guys. How are you? No fare. Good evening. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Come through, come through. Dandakarara ndamuka. Dandakarara ndamuka. Come here. Right. Are you here? Call everybody. Call everybody. Call everybody. Call everybody. I'll start talking when you are on 10,000. When you are on 10,000, and I'll start talking. So let's take each other. When you are on 10,000, I'll start talking. Yeah. Let's be 10,000. Let me talk. I don't address people on people's pages. I've got my own page. I address people on my page. I address people in my page. I don't go to people. So let's be 10. Okay? Come through. I need to say something. At least let's be 5K. I know a lot of you are saying silence is golden. Silence is the key. Silence is everything. But I'm not going to be silent about this. But I'm going to try and be calm about it without shouting, okay? I'm going to be very calm about it without shouting. My name is Mai Titi. for Baba Titi. One unbreakable soul you will ever find anywhere in this world. One strongest person you will ever find. I've been through the worst. I've been through the most. And I still pulled out of it. And I'm still going through the worst and through the most. And I'm still pulling out of it. Of late, I told myself I'm not going to respond. And I made a promise to you guys that I won't respond. But I think let me respond. So that you know. You know me, I'm a single mom. I'm the breadwinner of my family. I take care of a lot of people. Therefore, I hustle. I work like a man, though I'm a woman, to fend for my family. So, this guy called BJB called me. I did not call him. I did not look for him. I never had his number. I once saw him when he was in Zimbabwe. I once met him here when he was in Zimbabwe. And when I met him here in Zimbabwe, things did not go well with him. I don't know how he left, but he did not agree. He had come here to shoot a movie. But then the movie failed because the people disappointed him. So he went, I don't know, after 3 years down the line, he came back. He said, Mai Titi, I'm back again. My sister, we want to do a movie again. This time we're going to do the movie in United Kingdom. And I said, okay, I'm game. Let me know. So because of the COVID, he said, no, there are restrictions. We are going to look for a country that is free to do a movie production. So from the onset, he was talking to DeMarco before enrolling Awilo in this. So when he was talking to DeMarco, I think they did not agree because, you know, artists don't work for free. Artists are breadwinners. Artists earn from shows, from productions. So when he tried to negotiate with DeMarco, they did not agree because DeMarco wanted a lot of money. So he dropped DeMarco. Then he looked elsewhere, different artists, because BJ works with different artists. He goes to my shows, big artist shows, and he's doing this shooting and all that because he's got cameras. No lies, he's got professional cameras. That's all he got. Trust me when I say he's got professional cameras. So they hire him. He has worked with big names. Yes, I agree. He has worked with big people. Yes, I agree, because he's got professional cameras. So when DeMarco refused, BJ said, okay, we are now putting Awilo in this whole production. I said, okay. So the very first time I spoke to Awilo, I was here in Zimbabwe. He put us on conference call. Then I'm going to speak in English because I heard that BJ was saying I was not good enough for the script, whereby I speak English fluently so that you see and you get to know who BJB is. Today I want to tell you about BJB. And I'll also tell you about DeMarco. And I'll also tell you about everything. So, we spoke for the first time and I was excited because Awilo was a legend, ka? Yes, he was a legend back then. So I was excited that, oh, I'm going to be working side to side with the legend. Then the time came, we spoke about the money. BJB said he was going to give me 30,000 grant. And you know, just by looking at BJB with his cameras and the people that he moves around with, anybody would believe that this guy is loaded. Anybody would be deceived that this guy is rich, he's got money, because he talks big names. So if you look at him, if you look at his profile, if you look at the people he works with, you say, oh, now I think I've made it. So I was deceived into thinking that BJB has got money. So that's why I was tolerating him. Then he had offered me money. I don't work for free. All of you people know me. I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom and I will never work for free and I will never work for fame. I've been famous way before BJB. I've been famous way before all these people in the movie. I'm one of the most famous. I was the most famous people alongside those other strangers in the movie. So you can't say Mai Titi looks for fame because I am famous already. That one is not something we can debate about. So he chose me. Then he said, we're going to give you 30,000, but you have to come early so that we organize a show for you. We are going to organize a show for you. Then, like that, I said, okay, that's great. So he paid for my flight. Then I went to Tanzania earlier than everybody else. And when I got there, that's when the president passed on. And when the president passed on, entertainment was stopped. Showbiz was stopped for 21 days. So he said, we have to postpone your show, Mai Titi. Your Zimbabwean community can wait. That's why I went earlier, because he said, we want to make money before the movie. Not knowing that he wanted actually to use me so that he makes money for the movie. So I said, okay, since the president passed on, let's continue. Someone is saying Block Simba is recording. No, let him record. Oh, Simba, I don't care. Let him record. So I was staying there at the hotel. You all saw me at the villa where they paid 1.5. And it was like it had a lot of bedrooms and all that. So a lot of people were staying there in the villa. So we were staying there waiting for Awilo, but there were issues because he did not have the money to get Awilo to the plane. So he was sourcing for money. Hey, my money, my bank accounts are not coming through. My wara things are not doing for me now. My transactions. He even asked, Mai Titi, do you have money so that we can bring Awilo? Because now my bank transfers are freezing. He was saying all kinds of reasons. My bank transfers are freezing. I don't have enough money. I don't have this. I don't have. I said, listen, I don't have money because I did not have money. So Awilo was saying, get the ticket first and I'll come. Because Awilo and BJB are friends. They are very good friends. I don't know where he got the money from. Eventually, Awilo came. I'm the very first person who said, let's go and pick up Awilo from the airport. I want you to get this straight. I want you to get this straight. So we went to the airport. We got Awilo. and we came with him. And then they were like, no, Awilo is not coming to the same apartment we are staying. He's going to a hotel called Ramadan. Ramadan costs 500 USD per day. So I said, BJ, why are you taking Awilo to an expensive hotel, yet you don't have enough funds? Because where we were staying, we would eat the best food we ate is sadza, beans, and chicken. In the morning, we never ate breakfast. We never ate bread. It was always sadza, beans. He bought a whole sack of beans. A whole sack of beans for us to eat. And I would complain, listen, I'm on drugs. I take medication, and the kind of food that I get here, I don't like it. But still, I used to take my own money, use my personal money to buy KFC just for me to eat. Okay? Because I knew what I wanted and what I was promised. And the contract that they told me I'm going to sign, they said they are going to pay me when Awilo comes. So I was waiting for Awilo. I was patient enough to wait for Awilo to arrive. And when Awilo arrived, I thought, okay, now our money is here, since the main actor is here. But little did I know that the money is not coming still. And I was almost a month there in Tanzania. No money, no whatsoever. The production was slow. Even when he wanted to shoot somewhere, he would ask for free hospitals. The whole of Tanzania knows BJ will be asking for free things. Give me a free hole, I need to shoot. Give me a free hospital. Give me a free school. And you know, people need to get paid. You can't just go to a foreign land and you want to shoot something for free. There was a time when the mayor called him to say, you can't come here and you just start shooting for free. You have to take the proper channels to be shooting here in our country. So he was struggling with funds. I started noticing that no, something is wrong with this guy. This guy does not have money. But it was too late. And I try to be patient. So when we were there, BJ, to start with, there is no day that BJ slept with the same girl. BJ would fuck girls. If I am to tell you that almost every girl in that cast was exchanged with BJ and Awilo Longomba, and I will say it over and over and over again, how women were used in the cast. How women were fucked in the cast. How women were used in the auditions. How women were used just to get a photo with Awilo. I can tell you all the dirty works which was happening in BJB. That did not go well with me. And some of the ladies started confiding in me. In my room, coming to my room, Mai Titi, this is what happened. So the same girl he's talking about, called Daisy Handfield, she's from United Kingdom. She arrived later on, and when she came, BJB took that girl to the hotel. The girl went and slept at the Hotel Ramadan with Awilo Longomba. And then when she came from the hotel, she was bragging on how she slept with Awilo. And me, as a woman, I said, who else in this room did not sleep with Awilo Longomba? Who else in this room did not sleep with BJ? Please raise your hand. Raise your hand if you did not sleep with BJB or Awilo Longomba in this room. That's where the war started. That's where the war started. This producer uses people to his advantage, and he connects girls to his best friend, Awilo Longomba. You say you are professional, BJB, yet you were dishing out ladies, everybody in the room. Yet you were switching Yet you were switching women like underwear in the house. Yet you were fucking everybody in the house. And you say you are professional. How does a professional musician and a professional producer be switching girls? How does a professional producer be using women for roles? How does a professional be fucking women who come for auditions? Just because they were desperate. Just because they were desperate and they so much wanted the fame and they so much wanted to associate with Awilo and they so much wanted to associate in big movies, like you always say and claim that you shoot Hollywood movies. I am an advocate for women, and you will not do that. And you did not fire me. You know what happened that very night. The lady you're saying I fought with, what did she say? What did she do? When I talked to the lady, canceling the other lady, I have her here. I want to call her. I want you to listen to some of the ladies. I hope she picks. I hope she picks. I didn't want to talk about it because it was too dirty for me. I did not want to say anything, but the industry is as dirty as you guys. Hi, sweetie.
Hi, Mai Titi. How are you?
I'm good, love. What's up?
Cool.
Sorry
You missed?
Yeah, sorry to call you late. I miss you too. How is Tanzania, my love?
It's all right.
Ooh, I am stressed,
I'm in
sweetie.
Morogoro.
Okay, sorry. I'm quite stressed about something. You remember what happened in Tanzania, right? Since you were part of our cast. Did you see what BJB did today? Trying to tarnish me.
No.
Sweetie,
What did he do?
Did BJ fire me, or did he fire me from the movie?
No.
What happened, sweetie? Please tell my friend who's right here, because he was reading something. Then BJ was on live saying that he fired me. So my friend was asking. I said, no, there is someone who was in the cast who knows everything. She can even confess what happened. What happened, sweetie? Was I fired from the movie?
You were not fired. You left because you wanted to have peace. There were arguments with the other girl and other cast. It seems like people had issues. There were issues. So you decided to leave because you wanted your space.
Did anybody fire me? Did anybody fire me, sweetie? You were part of the crew.
To find someone else.
Did anybody fire me, sweetie? You were one of the witches in the movie. You were one of the witches in the movie. We acted together, sweetie.
Fired you.
Who was?
Nobody fired you.
Nobody fired me, sweetie.
Yes. You just wanted to have your peace and you said you couldn't stay in the house anymore.
How many women confided in me, sweetie? Please be honest about Awilo.
Sorry?
How many women confided the sex that was happening in the house? What was I fighting for?
You were arguing with Daisy because of what happened to with Awilo. I don't know.
And that other lady wasn't she confiding that Awilo forced to have sex with her in the hotel? Then that's when it started, when I was trying to say, ladies, Awilo just uses you for sex. Were you not there?
I was. Everybody was fighting because everybody thought everybody's fucking Awilo. That was the real problem.
The real problem was what? Please repeat, my darling.
Everybody wanted to fuck Awilo and everybody was just acting up when they feel jealous. I don't know. People are jealous of each other.
Because Awilo fucked everybody, right?
That's what I think. I don't know. Not sure.
So now the story
Mai
is
Titi,
being
I wouldn't
the
say.
story is being twisted that me, I was fired. It was on all our Zimbabwean platforms. You are not a Zimbabwean, but you know what happened. And now he's tarnishing my
Yes.
image. You remember you guys begging me, Mai Titi, don't go? Do you remember?
Yes, I do remember. We
Do,
told you not to leave.
do you remember how
I
you were
remember.
crying? Do you remember how you cried when I left the house deep in how what time did I leave the house with my bags?
At night.
At
It
night.
was almost it was almost 6. It was almost midnight.
It was almost midnight. I left. What did I did? Didn't I call the police and the Uber saying, please, please, I need to be rescued from here? And
You did,
BJ,
I remember.
yeah, and you remember, and people were begging me stay. I said I can't stay. They will kill me because BJ promised to kill me, and Awilo said he's got connections everywhere, and I ran for my life. Now he's coming to my Zimbabwean platforms, and he's saying that if they fired me. Honestly, sweetie, I'm very disappointed. You know, I was quiet about this because
Fired for what?
I don't know. I don't know.
BJ should just come up clean. I mean, if he wants to, like, if he wants to, I think what he's trying to do is clear because he already showed your face in the media that you're the one who's doing the movie. So I think he's just trying to put a new face and explain to people what really happened. But I don't think that's the right way to do it. He should just say the truth. He should just say things as they happened.
You see? Thank you so much, my
Yeah.
darling, because someone had to say it because I didn't want to respond, but the pressure from morning and he's lying, he's going to our platforms, and I'm like, okay, so now I'm the bad person. I remember when I left, I told him, BJ, I am going, I've left Tanzania, but I will not say what I saw. What happens in Vegas stays
Stays in
in
Vegas.
Vegas. What happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. I know you are dirty and I know the dirty job you are doing with Awilo, but I'll be quiet. But now they planned to tarnish my name to my Zimbabwean community, and it hurts me. It's hurting me because they did not pay me. Were you paid, sweetie? Were you paid?
Yes?
Wait, did they pay
No?
you?
No.
Did they pay you?
They did not. They don't pay.
Up to now, were you
They,
paid, sweetie? Me, I never got my money.
I am not paid, my Titi.
Did they call you again for the cast, or you matched out? Are you still part
Yes,
of?
I did. I did go for 2 of them.
Up to now, they haven't paid you.
Yes. They're not going to be paying anyone.
You see what I'm saying? Now they saying we were offering ourselves for free, sweetie. Didn't this guy didn't this guy tell us that we were going to get paid after the broadcast? Even me, they said, we are going to pay you when you touch down Tanzania. Then I was just there all the time with no money. I was now fending for myself. It was just that beautiful villa that looked so beautiful. People never knew that we are eating. What were we eating? You were there. What was the food we were eating every day? What was I complaining about? So you see, this is enough proof. Awilo and BJ are very dangerous. I had to run for my life. They promised to kill me. They promised to deal with me. They promised to deal with me. I am even happy that I'm alive now. And I had to involve this person for proof so that you see I don't lie. I don't lie. I don't lie. So now I want to take the matter further. I want to now go and report to the embassy, because what BJB is doing and Awilo is not allowed. You cannot be forcing women to sleep with you because you are a celebrity. Even for a photo, someone would fuck Awilo for a photo. Nobody was paid. I'm a hardworking woman. I still came. I still came here and worked hard. And I'm still working very hard. That did not stop me, guys. I wanted to keep quiet. I wanted to keep quiet because this thing is too deep than what you think. He started me, I was quiet. He started me, I was very quiet. But because you started me, BJ, now I'm taking the matter further, and I want Zimbabweans to help me. Help me. Let's report this. Pay artists. Pay people you use. And when I was there, you were saying, who are the rich people in Zimbabwe? The last time you were even targeting the late Ginimbi. You wanted to put Ginimbi because you were saying this movie will make us to have more money. Now, BJ, you say this about me. Now you talk bad about me. Now you say you fired me when I walked out. Why? Now you want to talk about me. You are protecting Awilo. Awilo is a big artist. And me, I am to suffer for that. Why? Why? A simple photo. Trust me, any girl you see Akamira na Awilo, just know something happened. Because you are protecting Awilo. I asked you so many times. Why are you allowing Awilo to stay in an expensive hotel whereby other artists are suffering? The other artists, they were complaining. We once sat down for a meeting, BJB. I sat you down. I sat you down to talk to you. Bro, this is not good what you are doing. You were targeting sponsors. You were targeting sponsors, and you were convincing me to get you rich people from Zimbabwe to sponsor your movie. That's when we started disagreeing. You cannot start a production when you are broke. BJ, you are broke. You are broke. You are one hell of a broke producer. You only have cameras. You can only afford cameras, BJ. You don't have money, bro. Sit down. You don't have money. You were begging me to connect you to rich people, to sponsor the production. Ask him, when is the production coming? From the time I left. Yes, ndine mnyama. Yes, I would say that. People use me. People take advantage of me. People take advantage of the power I have. People take advantage of the fame. People take advantage of the numbers. People know that when they come through me, they will pull up numbers. Yes, you used me, BJ. You had 2,000 people following you. And when you came to me, you had about 6,000 later. I don't care. My career will never be destroyed by BJB. There is nothing that you ever done, that you ever should before, that was a success. This life to regret, I know it's not going to go anywhere. It will never go anywhere. Because BJ, you can't finish what you start. You need funding for your own production. I discovered that much later because you made me to think you are rich. Brother, You made me think you can afford because you are taking pictures with them Sean Pauls and them DeMarcos. But you got no money. People warned me, but I didn't listen because the way you portray yourself, you act like you have money. The way you portray yourself, your cameras can deceive someone into thinking you are rich. Don't say that was wrong. I'm involving someone in the cast because he said no one in the cast talks to me. I talk to everybody in the cast. I talk to everybody in the cast. You can't say nobody talks to me. This is one of the witches in the cast. We know the entertainment is dirty. We know that. I didn't mean to come here and say it. I came quiet, guys. I was hurting. I was hurting. I was used. I lost weight. In the process of trying to further my career, I lost a relationship because of you, BJ. Now today you come here and you say Mai Titi is unprofessional. Like, really? I told myself that I will never cry because I am strong. Don't fuck with me. And don't mess with me, BJ. I've been through a lot of shit for you to treat me this way. It's not easy to be who I am. It's not easy to be where I am. And you will not be the first person to break me. You don't have money. I can sponsor you, BJ. You got nothing. I used to buy food in the house because you've got nothing. When Obina called me, it was again because of you and Tony. And you know it. But I still said, it's okay. Let me risk this relationship because of you. How dare you? I stand for what I believe in. I stand for what I know. And if you like to go to war with me, let's go to war. I am ready. I spent 2 months. You never paid me. You never gave me a dime. 2 fucking months. Getting to 3 months. What did I get from being used? And you say you are a professional, like really? I will never change to please people. I know people love me for who I am. And those who don't love me, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to waste my tears for you, BJ. You are just a worthless piece of shit. A worthless piece of shit. And I will make sure you will not step in Zimbabwe. And you and your friend Awilo. I kept quiet because every time when I come here trying to explain, people misunderstand me. Because I am hated for being real, for being true. I decided to keep it to myself. I was hurting from within, but I said I will keep quiet. And you dare come here to justify your dirty works? Who's Daisy? The lady I fought with because she was bragging about how she fucked Awilo where everyone else in the house did the same? Was I wrong in canceling people to tell them Awilo is married? I want to play voice notes. I sent to Awilo. You want to fight with me when I have all the proof? Boy, you don't know what you just started. This is my voice note. This is me and Awilo. This is my voice note. Awilo, I woke up today and I'm seeing what BJB wrote on his platform about me. And I'm sure you are also a part of it. But let me tell you something. You better be ready for this war that you've started, because at the end of the day, you know what you did. And I was not kicked out. I pulled out of the production because all of you, you're not professional. To start with, you sexually harass women. Secondly, BJB doesn't have money at all to provide for any artist. He took me because he wanted to look for sponsorship, of which I couldn't give him people to give him money. The production doesn't have money. You self, you were saying Leo is unprofessional because you know your friend is unprofessional. He does not have money. So since you decide to tarnish my image on Facebook, I'm going to report you to the British Embassy. We want to see who will suffer. If you think you will tarnish my image, I'm not going to stop because of you. You, Awilo, you were faded long time. You used to be famous way back. People don't give a shit about you. All these conversations, all this proof. This is BJ. He said we were not talking. Read this. Read this, guys. Screenshot this. This is me. This is BJ. I have messages. This is the message I'm going to read. I sent him. I said, morning. Since I am pulling out of this movie because of threats and sexual harassment and bullying, I came last month leaving my work and family because of this movie. So going back without anything after being used is not for me. I therefore want you to pay me for time wasting because the time I was with you, I lost too many opportunities. I was crying for my money in silence to BJB. I don't work for free. I don't work for free. The very night I went, Awilo choked me. He choked my throat like this. I almost died in Awilo's hands. Me. He choked me like this and said, I will kill you. You don't know that I'm a big boy. I got away from these so-called big boys. I survived. I should have died in Tanzania. I survived from these big boys. We went. There is another one. I will call today. I will call everybody. Let me call Barbara. He said I don't talk to everybody. Let me call Barbara. She was in the cast. I went to the embassy, British embassy in Tanzania. Guys, you don't know what I was fighting. Linda, the makeup artist, indeed it turned to a life to regret, and it was a movie to regret. I went to the embassy. I went there. And they said, go and report. Why don't you go and report? Go here. I went to the embassy. I'm not stupid, guys. You know I stand for women here. I went there. There is no way I did not go. And I was very scared to the extent of going to the police up until the day I got to Zimbabwe. I said, protect me, I'm in trouble. I was brought here by these people. Please protect me. Awilo choked me because I said the truth. I was the only person who can stand against him. And I'm the only person who can still stand against him. And he said, you don't know who I am. That life to regret. Mark my words. It won't even come out because they don't have fans, these people. He even dropped the movies, started concentrating on Awilo's collaborations, if you notice. I was told to pay 10,000 to Awilo for a collaboration. 10,000. Because they wanted to squander my money. Those guys are broke. They don't have money. The other time he was saying, give us 20,000. He does not know diamond platinums. They don't like diamond platinums because Awilo is a rival to. He does not like diamond platinums. He's lying that he connected me to diamond platinums. Does BJ talk to diamond platinums? He does not even know. He does not even know diamond platinums that much. He couldn't connect me to any artist. I was doing the running on my own. He said, if you want me to connect you to someone, give me. Where do I get 10,000 when I'm expecting 30,000 from you? Where were you expecting me to give you 10,000? BJ, you are supposed to pay me more than that. But you actually wanted to benefit from me. You said I should pay 10,000 so I can sing with Awilo. 10,000? Because you wanted to yourself. And I said, the other time you were lying, I will connect you. I'll connect you to Sean Paul. I'll connect you, give me 30K. Where will I get that money? Where will I get that money? Nobody knew you, BJ. Nobody knew you, Leo Brown. Nobody knew you from anywhere. You just follow big people because you have cameras. That's the only reason why they take you in. They actually use you also because you've got, even your own friend Awilo was saying you are not a professional. Remember, you could not buy clothes for the cast. You could not buy clothes for the cast. Remember, in the villa, you borrowed me money for an iron. Money for an iron. You couldn't afford. You are lying. Oh, my bank transactions. Oh, my wife is doing this. Does your wife know how many people you sleep with a day? Does your wife know how many ladies you took in a night? Does your wife know? And you say you're a married man. Shame on you. You deformate my character. Left, right, and center. Because you think you are special. A simple iron you couldn't afford. You took how many 100,000 shillings? I don't know the. You borrowed from that. The makeup artist can witness this. You borrowed money to buy an iron. Oh, my bank card is not going through. Oh, my transactions is freezing in the air. You think I don't know bank transactions? Which transactions freezes in the air? Even that hotel where Awilo is staying now, it's not even you who's paying. It's the people who socialize with Awilo because you can't afford 500 per night. 500 per night. Sadza and beans in the morning, guys. I am on drugs. In the afternoon, sadza and beans. In the evening, sadza and beans. The best we had was chicken and sadza. I'm not afraid of you in any way. And if you want us to fight, let's fight. I am not that weak. And I'll never be weakened by a foreigner. You failed when I was in Tanzania to kill me, but I dare you now. Do what you think you can. I'm here. This is my home. And you will do nothing about it. Even if you come to our pages and try to, you are going to do nothing about it. Next time, know who you mess with or do a background check on who to mess on. Because I'm a different ball altogether. I had to fly out because of you. And I was busy covering because you managed to pay that villa. That villa was 1,500 for 1 month. The next month you were struggling. You couldn't find 1,500 US dollars. We can talk to the landlords. It's the villa which was just nice. But inside the villa, we were eating sadza and beans. People in United Kingdom, please help me. I have all the evidence. I have all the proof. And when the girls were talking, I was recording. And then I kept quiet because I thought, no, let me just protect. Not anybody, let me protect myself. You just made me to unprotect myself. You are just a small boy, BJ. I fought worse people than you. I fought worse people than you. You are just a big teddy bear with cameras. Let me sleep, guys. You were not worth this life anyway, but I had to give it to you. You were not worth this life. So you can continue going to the platforms and trying to justify yourself. But the truth, you know it. And you, this idiot called Awilo. And you say I don't call. Who tinted Awilo's hair? Let's rewind a bit. Who tinted Awilo's hair? Was it not me? Awilo refused to be tinted by anybody and said, I want Mai Titi to tint me. I changed his hair color because he's raw. He needed to act with a black color. And you say Awilo is a dignified man. Do you know the meaning of dignified? Do you know the meaning of professional? Professionals don't sleep with the cast. All of you are so unprofessional. Yes, I'm unprofessional, but I'm a better unprofessional than you. Professional producers don't sleep with the cast. They don't do hookups. They don't use people. And you say you are professionals. No. And yeah, Awilo didn't go away with him to say my wife. Do you know how happy when I said my husband, that womanizer, that pussy terrorist? Hey, he's a professional man. That pussy terrorist. Nobody will bring me down from anywhere. You don't want to work with me? Go ahead and stop working. You are not paying me anyway at the end of the day. I do get jobs everywhere. In fact, I'm going to work now every day. And you say Mai Titi works with nobody. Because I say the truth? Because you do not want to hear the truth? Leader does not sleep with his subordinates. A proper leader does not sleep with his subordinates. And you are not a definition of a leader. So good night. Enjoy your sleep. And enjoy those pussies.